In this video, we will take a look at this Crusader coin. We will also discuss a little about in history. Now, no kidding, I shit you not, we will discuss a little bit about history for this coin. As I talked about in my previous video on how to start a coin collection, I got this little one on a Facebook group. Goes to show that it's not that difficult to acquire meaningless historical coins at a decent price. Now, I'll post my video on how to start a coin collection in the description below. Sorry, let's take a look at it. Now, just a little before the 8th Crusade in 1266, the 8th Crusade, a whole army with a purpose to destroy the Muslims-held city in North Africa and the Aspid dynasty. A full-blown army that relies on one dude, and if he dies, and boy did he, the whole plan goes to the shitter. Speaking of shitter, ask Louis IX, King of France, how it feels like to die of dysentery. Oh shit, you can't, he's dead. Now, he's been dead for centuries, so you can suck it and ask AI why the freak he didn't bring any antibiotic with him. Freaking loser. And it was his second attempt, because in the first one he got captured. Facepalm here. Oof. Anyways, as I digress, I'm still thinking about that loser. Now let's get back to our main protagonist, Otto, who went full Duke of Hazard on Nevers, Auxerre, and Tonnerre. Now those, by the way, are not names of French disease or swear words. Those are actual counties. It's boring, I know. You can tell I'm struggling to keep this story straight, so let's talk about Matilda II, a person that no one cares about or never heard of, and achieved absolutely nothing except of being born at the right place at the right moment, just like if she had won a game of Monopoly or Life. The only reason I'm talking about her is because of that coin you see on your screen. Now, she was the daughter of Archambault IX of Bourbon and Yolande de Châtillon, counties of Nevers, no shit. Why do I talk about them beside the fact that it's the only coin of that specific era that I got? No freaking clue, but it's happening. Matilda II married Otto, the eldest son of Hugh Hackman, Hugh the Fourth, Duke of Burgundy. Sorry guys. He notably held the defense of Safford in 1266, an event that no one cares about, so I'm not going to talk further about him or his story. Oh wait, I'm gonna talk a bit about him. He died in Akron at 36 years old, and you won't believe where he was buried or care, but for the sake of this coin, he was buried in the Church of St. Nicholas, it was really fascinating. An interesting story. Otto was one of the last baron to lead a crusading force in the Holy Land, and this is when I get confused with dates. Louis IX died on the shitter. Led the Seventh Crusade to reclaim the Holy Land, Outre-mer, by attacking Egypt, because there's no better way to subdue your enemy in submission by attacking their power base in the first place with an army that traveled for weeks in a foreign land. Fucking genius! Oh yeah! Now, the Seventh Crusade, which ended in 1254 because the French king forgot he was fighting a superior force in their own territory, acclimated to their homeland in their power base. After some minor successes no one ever heard of, he was captured with his army by the Muslim forces, because that's what winners do. Now, if you ask yourself if there were repercussions in Europe, no. Just like you, the regular folks, they didn't give a flying J of what was happening over there. They Googled it a few days later, and just like my channel, no one really paid attention, and they went about their daily lives. Oh wait, apparently they did care. And this is where it gets interesting. The king was captured, the one that died on the shitter. So in 1251, an old monk claimed that he saw a vision of the Virgin Mary. She told him to raise an army to rescue the king. And guess what? The people actually bought it. Tens of thousands answered the call. And you guessed it, they started to go apeshit and attack the Jewish population. You know everything will go smoothly when you lead a ragtag mob of around 50,000 people, and that's exactly what happened. They dispersed because they did more damage in their own country, just like a bunch of drunk students on spring break at a Woodstock rock show. Now let's go back to Otto. He led a massive force of about 50 knights, just enough men to raid a pantry and to strike fear into one's opponent's heart, enough to live rent-free in their head. Oh no, it's coming with 50 men at arms. What are we going to do? You guessed it or not, doesn't matter. It didn't because they lost anyways. You have to admit that Hodo was a badass fighter. This cannot be said about Steven Seagal. All of this stuff was happening when this coin was in circulation. Really brings you back in time, doesn't it? You can capture the essence of the era. Those who can't, go watch a movie. Doesn't have to be specifically about the 7th Crusade. Braveheart will do the trick. Or Kingdom of Heaven. Now, Kingdom of Heaven, if I'm not mistaken, was an elf archer who defended Jerusalem against Salah ad-Din and lost. What a shocker. In these gazillions of crusades that took place in that era, only one was successful of taking Jerusalem. Amazing. Now this coin, as you can see here, we'll take a look. It's in Latin, by the way. French coin here. It's M. Comitissa, which means Matilda Countess. Now there's a bar, there's a lily here, and 2 stars on top. Actually, this is the obverse of the coin, and it should be the other way around, but you get the idea. Now let's take a look at the reverse of the coin. Here's the crusading cross, right here. Sorry if it's not clear. And it's in Latin, Nivernus Civit. That's written between iron crosses, which translate to City of Nevers. Now it was minted, hammered, between 1241 and 1257, and it's one denier made out of Bilin silver. Bilin silver is usually 20 to 10% content of silver only. Alright, 65 grams, 18.5 millimeter in diameter. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like and subscribe and share, and thank you for watching. See you on the next coin.